Good morning, LW 222 Science of Nutrition and Exercise students. My name is Kara Jimenez, and I am going to be your instructor for this winter 2020 semester for this online course. Please note that this course is completely online. You will be finishing all of the assessments and testing in our course site in e-learning, and also you will have a requirement to complete 15 hours of physical activity as well. I'm going to do a separate video explaining the physical activity requirements after I finish this video. So this video is just going to be an introduction to what your textbook needs are, the requirements as far as that goes, and how to get access to MindTap. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go into our course site in e-learning. So if you get into our course in e-learning, you will see you'll come to the home page, and I have just put some basic information here on this home page, and each week I'll be posting videos like this that'll walk you through what is due for that particular week and explain how to complete any weekly assignments. So these videos should be very helpful as far as getting you started and as you progress through the course. So note, you can see over here, I do have an office on campus. It's P165. If you do want to meet with me, feel free to send me an email and we can schedule a face-to-face meeting. Or if you have specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out and send me an email. I'm very good at responding rather quickly to my emails. So as far as this course, the required textbook is the Nutrition Now textbook. It's by Judith E. Brown, and it's the 8th edition. So you're going to want definitely to have the 8th edition. And then in addition to the textbook, you're going to need access to MindTap. Okay, so if you go to this link, you can actually go to the Cengage website where you can actually purchase not only the book but also the access code. This is also in the bookstore as well. For those of you that need to use your financial aid, feel free to go down to the bookstore. And in the bookstore, you'll see two different things. You'll see the hard copy textbook, which looks like this. And inside of it, it'll be bundled. So it'll have a plastic covering. So once you take the plastic covering off and you open up, it'll be probably after the first page or before the last page of your textbook. You'll see a little note card, a harder, postcard sized note card. And on that card, you have to, with a coin, scratch off like you do a lottery ticket, and you'll see what your access code is. And that's the code you don't want to lose because that will give you access to Cengage. So you can either purchase the hard copy book along with the access code, or they also have just the access code itself in the bookstore, which is just the little postcard. And when you purchase that access code, no matter what, you're going to have the ability to get the ebook, so the electronic copy of the book if you want. So either way, in the bookstore, you can purchase the hard copy. For those of you that need a hard copy textbook, you're going to want to purchase that because it has the access code inside of it. If you don't need a hard copy textbook and you're okay with viewing the textbook online, just purchase the little note card. But if you go in the bookstore, obviously that's going to have a markup on it. So if you go to this link here, you can also purchase the same thing. So you can get access to Cengage Unlimited, and they have different options. You can do one term, which is just 4 months. You could do 2 terms, which is 12 months, and then even up to 2 years. Now, the reason they do that is because multiple classes at Delta do utilize Cengage. So if you purchase this unlimited access code, say for this 4-month semester, if you have other classes at Delta that also use MindTap and Cengage, you will have access to their materials as well, in addition to my materials for this course, for this one low cost. So you're paying roughly $120, and let's say you have you use Cengage in my class, you use it maybe in one of your other classes as well, then you're going to have access to their textbook, you're going to have access to my textbook, and all of their assignments and my assignments for this one cost. Okay, so it's that's why they offer that unlimited. Or maybe you're taking a course, you know, say in the fall, maybe you want to do the 2-term access code. So as far as what courses offer it, I did post under the content button where you can see which particular classes offer at Delta offer or utilize the Cengage. So if you go to this content button, then go to the MindTap Access and Resources link, you'll see this Delta College courses link. And here you can see all of the classes at Delta that utilize Cengage. So there's quite a big list there. So if you have another class in addition to mine that uses Cengage, you're going to want to, you know, purchase the unlimited, and you'll have access to all of those classes. So that's just FYI. So once you purchase the access code, like I said, if you purchase it online here, if you go to Cengage, I just wanted to also show you another thing as far as this purchase link here. When you purchase it, you also have access to, like I said, all of your other online textbooks as well. But if you decide, hey, I really would like a hard copy textbook, you can also get a textbook from Cengage through Chegg, right here, Chegg, C-H-E-G-G, and for $7.99. So basically you're paying shipping and handling. So you request that textbook from Chegg and they will ship it to you free of charge, other than the $7.99. And once you're finished with it at the end of the semester, you ship it back. Okay, so that is an option for those of you that just purchase the access code. You can rent the textbook from Chegg here, and you can learn more about doing that if you need to. So that is the required textbook, and like I said, you need that access code to Cengage as well. So whether you purchase it in the bookstore or online, it's totally up to you. Now, once you receive your access code, then you need to register it, and I want you, this is very important, I want you to register it under my course site. Okay, so if you go to the content button in e-learning, you'll see there's a bunch of modules over here on the left-hand side. So this module that says MindTap Access and Resources, you're going to click on this link that says enter your MindTap access code here. Okay, and that should open up into a new window. Okay, if it's not working for you, then you need to allow pop-ups, okay, because it's your pop-up blocker is probably enabled. So you want to disable the pop-up blocker, because in order for MindTap to work, it has to be able to open up into a new window. So as far as that goes, I did provide additional information on the home page here. If you scroll down underneath this first announcement, you'll see helpful links in using MindTap. So I talked about how to disable your pop-up blocker, okay, if you have that issue. And then in addition to that, MindTap works well with Chrome or Firefox. Internet Explorer, it really doesn't work as well, so it's kind of wonky with Internet Explorer. So your best bet is when you're using your browsers to either use Chrome or use Firefox when you're using working on materials from the course. So when you click on that link to enter into MindTap, now you can see I'm entered in because I've already been logged in. But when you enter into the course, you will come to a page where you're going to have to enter in that code, okay? And once you enter in that access code, you're going to accept their terms of service, and then you'll be into my particular class, okay? So then every time you go into our content and try to access different assessments, all you have to do is go to each weekly module and click on these different assessments that you're taking each week, and they will open up, okay, because you've already entered in that access code. So I have integrated MindTap into my course, so you do not need to go anywhere else. Once you've entered into to MindTap, you've entered that access code in. Everything is now integrated into my e-learning course. So each week when you're doing assignments, you will just have to click on that particular assignment link. As far as the ebook, once you get into MindTap, over here on the right-hand side, you see a lot of different icons. So here you can see is the full book. So that's where you're going to access the book for our particular course. So for those of you that are okay with using a textbook online, you can go ahead and just use that. Okay, so in addition to that, there are flashcards for each chapter. It has a Quizlet that you can actually quiz yourself. So just kind of helpful study tools as you're going through each chapter in our course. Okay, so that is the first requirement. I suggest that you go ahead and get to the bookstore or purchase the textbook with the MindTap access code online. Either way, but you're going to want to have that purchased ASAP because everything each week is due by Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. So as far as what is due for the first week of the class, you're going to go to the syllabus and weekly schedule module, and you will see, in this particular module, you'll see at the very bottom, here's your syllabus, here's your weekly schedule. So that is the introduction. I will do another video explaining the exercise requirements and also what is due for this first particular week of class. So if you have any questions or issues with getting the MindTap access code, please contact me ASAP because like I said, we have things coming up that are due this coming Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So have a great day.